Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. This is going to be just kind of a free for all one. We're no guest today, so that's why I named it the Beards Unleashed. We've got Mark Eddy from Nightlight joining us here to go along. Brian is doing family things, so he might be able to join us. We're not sure. Chris still MIA. His here, not Chris. God, Austin's MIA. But this show is brought to you by Radio courtesy of Ron. Go to mixler.com, set up your account there so that way you can follow shows like ours, Into the Outer Realms, Uncensored with David Marine, Dimension of the Supernatural, music lineups that he has there. Ron's even got a couple of his own programs where you can check him out there. But so definitely go to mixler.com and support us by supporting Radio. Thanks for doing that. So once again, we are going to it's kind of a free for all. You guys throw your questions your way. If you got something you've been wanting to ask it. We will get to this thing. We're going to talk about weird stories of the day, just random topics, and we'll just kind of sit back and just have some fun for a little while. So everybody, like I said, get those comments going right here. We're going to get there, and we will be right now. Welcome to the Three Beards podcast. My name's Craig, along with Austin and Chris.
Passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century.
Let me out.
I'm afraid that is quite justice and honor in Massachusetts colony?
All right, Chris is here, and the aforementioned Mark Eddy is here as well. How are you? Welcome to everybody that's joining in already. We've got like Al's here. What's up? I'm going to say hopefully Brian Bowden will be here. M.A. Allen's here. Harlan's here. King, how are you guys doing? Yeah, we've got even King. We've even got story kind of like down that way. Mexico City, they had a subway line down there was temporarily taken offline because a chicken was loose on they're in the subway. So yeah, they had their subway taken down because of a chicken.
So chicken. Did at least did somebody eat the motherfucker? Because I would have been cooking chicken. I'd have wrung his neck and plucked him and put in some hot water.
Not sure. King actually just brings up the thing. What that was the Grim Reaper thing. Have you guys heard about that? Where the reported Grim Reaper was seen at the coronation with King Charles?
No.
Let me see if I can bring up that picture as we're talking about it here. But yeah, it's I saw it. I think it's just somebody obviously they're walking by, but it definitely, I mean, I could definitely see where somebody could, say that it looked like it. I mean, one of those
kind of like a blurry Bigfoot in the woods in the back of your house?
No, it's Brian's here. You made it, sir.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, no, it's so I was just telling him we're talking about the Grim Reaper.
That was awesome.
At the coronation. So I'm going to
so many different things that went on at the coronation that people are unaware of.
Hey, Chassie, hey, Vicky.
Should totally be paying attention to.
Did you
it was led by a giant goat.
A goat?
A goat.
Okay. So a chicken just got loose on a subway car, and this was led by a giant goat. Yeah, you got to.
On top of that, there is a rumor going around. People were there watching it live, and there was a woman present.
All right, so everybody can see and watch. See, I think it's just somebody walking with a staff, but it's still, it's. Let's see if I can make it bigger here for people.
It was Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, it's I said, it's one of those. Most likely, it was just
freeze it.
It's freeze it. Yeah.
Freeze.
Come on. I'm honestly better at this.
Just use the slider. Just use the slider.
For some reason, it's not working. See how?
Oh, okay.
It's like slowly. It's like delayed.
Ooh,
there we go.
There we go.
Because he's not using a MacBook.
Yeah, or Apple products.
Apple products.
Apple Day.
So, hey, have you seen a little kid? Have you seen a little kid lately when they say somebody say Apple's not the best, and the little kid says he's going around Facebook and he say a bullshit. When they say Apple products is not the best, the little kid be like a bullshit.
Here's Vicky wasn't fainting goats, but there is reports that people saw a ghost at the coronation and were in awe.
Mm-hmm.
And
they reports like the Queen checking in.
No. Some people may have remembered and loved throughout the UK. Her name is Diana.
Princess Diana.
Princess Diana.
So ironically, crazy since that happened, how about the paparazzi was chasing what's his name today? And it was on, I guess, Prince Harriet or somebody. I was watching the World News and they were chasing him. And then they brought up they didn't realize what happened with and the mayor, he went off. See if you can pull it up real quick, Greg. They were literally chasing them, and one of them had an accident. Paparazzi was chasing them today.
Well, while we're at it, and we're going and talk about the royals, one of the reasons why Harry left was because he may not be Charles's son.
There's no maybe about this.
Yeah, there's no maybe about it. But
this is one of those. I'll bring up that picture too. Yeah. When you see it, William looks like his dad. Harry does not look anything like Charles. He looks exactly like the bodyguard, the security for Diana. There's one of those things. This is one of those where people say it's a conspiracy. Oh my God! No, you look at the face, you're like, oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that's him.
But what they're doing is basically also kind of making it seem like it was the typical narrative of race. His girl says they don't like her because yada yada yada, woo woo woo. So technically, what you're saying seems more like it because Greg showed me the picture. No.
They definitely they've had issues, and don't take it the wrong way, Chris. Black sheep of the family.
Bro, fuck you.
But no, throughout history, there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on with royalty, and the bloodline travels not just to the UK, it goes to Germany and what have you. But it's not that what the problem with Harry's wife is she's very bold and brazen and tough, like Diana.
Pretty much.
Same attitude, and
because she's got a black woman power. She's gangster shit. Don't play with
her. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's you can go down here. You can see just the facial structure and stuff. He does not look like Charles.
No.
The guy on the left looks like Johnny Rotten.
Yeah, he does.
I am an antichrist.
Yeah, he was. It's one of those. You definitely. You could definitely see. These things, and it's. Yeah, you can go down. I think there's one. I'll try to find it here. Too. There's one where you kind of compares the. Here's a good picture.
I'm not worried about Meghan's poor life. Boo hoo hoo. She's an actress. They have money, and I don't care really about the royals whatsoever. I seen that from M.A. Allen.
The nose is like the dad. It's you can clearly see these two have a lot of similar features. Him, not so much.
Not so much. That's why he's second.
Yeah, I didn't hear about the Grim Reaper.
Really?
But yeah, that's it. It just seems like every time there's a big event, like the coronation or like the Super Bowl halftime show, there's always some kind of like the Masonic interpretation or Illuminati or something like that.
Whoa, back up with the Masons, okay?
Back up, yeah.
Satanic. Yeah, I'll defend the Masons on this one. It's all
Okay.
satanic. It has
Okay,
nothing.
well, yeah,
that's
there's
just what you said.
it's some group that
He had to throw the
gets
Masons in there.
targeted.
Touchdown? You screw? Is that a touchdown?
No. You see over there, Brian and Chris. As we go off air, guys, that you should see it over there. We got the triangles
That's above.
going on.
So he's
below.
gonna say, "Oh, at every Super Bowl, still." Hold on, Mark. You can't do us like that.
Oh
No.
no, I was just saying.
That's
As soon
right,
as
Brian. That's
fate-
awesome. Would have been a riot if the Reaper played touch tag during the coronation. Just go to
That was
You're
great.
it. You're
I
it.
can't never
Yeah.
figure out the camera.
As above, so below.
Well, hey,
move it
with
the other
your
direction.
with your
There it
amazing
is.
Apple product, it might have this little dot that's the camera, and you can look right at it, and it shows you right where the camera is. See how I'm pointing right at it?
Well, I'm so excited about the new iPhone with the more megapixels.
I don't give a shit about the megapixels. I want it to do what
More megapixels for him to still take a
Samsung does.
crappy photo.
Right. And no, I'm with you on that. The best part about Samsung and Google, sorry, Mark, I didn't mean to interrupt you, is the fact that you can shoot that in pure darkness and get the same image you're seeing with your naked eye of the moon with the details. You can get that with Samsung and Google. With iPhone, you get a blur and a blue dot.
Nah, bullshit. That's why that bullshit. That's why you. I
No,
see the green text message.
no, that's actually not a BS thing, Chris. It's actually something that's one of the things Samsung actually has on Apple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean-
it's
Oh,
it's it's
no.
a different. No, it's I mean, all right.
It's
If you want
huge
to argue
difference.
with every other phone tech out there, that is actually a thing. It is something that Samsung has an advantage over Apple right now.
And I
Apple
don't
will try to
understand
fix
why
it.
I don't understand why they don't fix this. This is a major problem. I love the LiDAR. It's great. Put another 3 cameras on the back of the damn thing. Who cares?
I have 6 on the back of the motherfucker. So Apple's gonna be like, I got only 6 face cameras.
I got
Hey, guess
3
what?
plus a LiDAR.
Samsung isn't running programs funded by a company that operates sweatshops. So Apple TV. So there's no Samsung TV. Samsung, stuff like Apple
trash.
is running programs off of blood money.
No.
It's the new blood diamond.
Where's your Samsung made at? In
Same
China.
thing, but I'm not. It's not putting out sanctimonious programs
Samsung
saying how
is
much better they are.
Korean. If I'm correct, the Samsung is Korean.
Yes.
Okay. Well, was somebody building
Made
a
in
sweatshop
Korea.
for under 10 cents?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Let's see what they have. Yep, it's pretty much King. You are correct though. This is the most expensive. What I'm running. This is the most expensive phone I have ever bought. It was $1,200.
I mean,
It was-
that's
it was
ridiculous.
If
Crazy.
it was an iPhone, you got to go up a little bit more, my guy.
I know.
It's lightweight.
Yeah.
That's lightweight.
We're just talking about how outrageous they are, and they're bragging that you spent more.
Hold on. Raise your
I can
hand
do-
if you remember getting a free phone. Thanks for the fingers.
The free
Oh,
phone. Those went away. So every time
Yeah.
I go into the phone dealership, I'm like, "What do you got free?" Nothing. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
He'd be like, "We have nothing free." Remember, you'd be like, "Okay, sign a new 2-year contract, you get a free phone." Now
Right.
you go in there. Oh, well, you sign a 2-year contract, we'll give you $9 off the new phone every month. Oh, kiss my ass.
Yeah, they give you nothing.
Nothing.
And
Absolutely.
they spy on you.
No, they still give out free Samsungs out here.
Of course, AT&T lied about your trade-in. They don't call it NS AT&T for nothing.
That's right.
So,
No, Samsung doesn't have. There's they're not. I mean, you can go to your carrier; they may give you a great deal on it, but no, they said they're not free anymore.
So
No,
the
there's
moment
no-
I have
there's no more free with a 2-year contract anymore.
free Craig switch over to T-Mobile, it turns into trash. Craig switches over from Verizon because his Verizon service was terrible. Now he switched to T-Mobile. I was living great. I'm like, man, my phone works everywhere, Craig. Now I can't talk to him from
Now,
wireless
I
customer.
look up here and I always give him a hard time. I'm like, I thought you said this was good. I mean,
You went to T-Mobile?
yeah.
I initially had Sprint.
Well,
but-
we had Verizon here at the
Sprint
house, and it got to.
sucks, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Nextel portion was great. I was standing. I had the CEO of Verizon to the right of me, and the CEO of Nextel to the left of me at a conference when I worked in finance on the Wall Street. And I said, I know you guys have problems with each other. You two need to merge now. You'll kill everybody. You have the best of the best of both worlds, but those companies can't stand each other. So Nextel went with Sprint, worst mistake ever. And then T-Mobile came out of nowhere and bought everybody.
Yeah, they're one. I mean, honestly, it's where we're at in Florida. You could use Bob's Western Mobile, and you should have an amazing signal because it's flat. There's nothing that should be. But you get to some of these carriers, and you're like, "What? I'm literally outside of Orlando. I should have a perfect signal. Why does my signal suck so bad?" It's yeah. It was just. I finally, after 20 some years, I dropped Verizon and went to T-Mobile, and I said we're at the house, it's better. There's other areas where T-Mobile, I'm like, it's not much better than what we had. But
last time I called to complain, I told the lady, dude, what the fuck I need to do? Climb the cell phone tower to get good service? I mean, I could be standing right in front of a 4G tower, a FTE tower, and my service still sucks. I'm like, well, you try.
I have it. I mean, we don't have much towers around here. I only have like one bar.
hey, Laura.
That's it.
Yeah, no, it's kind of getting back to off the cell phone ranting here.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was one of those things too. That was, I mean, because obviously in my lifetime, I've never seen a coronation before, but that was a pomp and circumstance thing that was it was really weird to see. I mean, I think the best one was where they dubbed the Monty Python holy hand grenade thing as the King Charles was being handed the orb, and they're like, bringeth forth Brother Maynard the holy hand grenade of Antioch. What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know.
Pull the pin out and hold it.
It was just a really weird. It's a really weird art, the orb that they have. I mean, here's this gold dome with a cross on it, and he's just supposed to hold it here with the. It's just a really weird artifact to have.
Yeah,
but
there's a liqueur called Chambord that comes in the same type of.
That's when they're not looking.
A swig,
Is there a decanter? He just pops it off and.
Yeah. Roger good.
Yeah, it's probably some
would have done it better, Yeah, their nights were better with they would have.
I think somebody had a meme too. They're like, they said power to all the side chicks, because Camilla's queen now.
Yes.
So they just said, all you side chicks, just hang in there. Your time will come.
Look, I know love is deaf, dumb, and blind, but if you compare Camilla and then Diana at the same time when they were dating, whatever, I'm like, really, dude?
Yeah.
Really? Holy crap.
That's
not with beer goggles either. That's just like normal. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of one of those. It's just the Royals. It's being over here on this side of the pond. We don't really follow this side. The only thing I out of all the stuff, I honestly wish, like in our system, that the founders had adopted the parliamentary system that they have over there, to where the president would actually have to go before Congress and argue their points. I think that would be fantastic. That's the one part I wish that they had kept instead of this whole ceremony, like State of the Union. I actually wish that if Biden wanted to do something, he would actually have to go before Congress and actually stand up there and argue his point. Just everybody shouting
I think they should bring the wigs back too.
You can't
Ah.
you can't do that because this is how that will go. My point is,
He's got hairy legs and he touched my legs. That's what he did. I want $3 trillion for Ukraine, but with my hairy legs.
Yeah, I
smelled
think
the
it would.
hair. It smelled
I think it'd be
beautiful.
awesome. If we could do that. That would be the one thing. But the rest of the stuff, it's like, it's
Yeah,
just,
it shows you really need to be aware of what's going on, and you can't hide in your basement and try to connect with potential voters. I do like that. Being grilled by other members of parliament.
I think it would I think it'd be awesome.
I mean, that's what the State of
it's
the Union is
effective.
basically for. It's to present what your ideas, but it's always been a dog and pony show. And then getting the rebuttals from the side that isn't in control of the House and whatever. I mean, it's just a bunch of crap.
I mean, can you imagine what it would have looked like? Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer sitting there yelling at Donald Trump and that stuff as they're going back and forth. That would have just been a drag out argument session right there live on C-SPAN. I mean, it would be something. It would become like a spectacle. All of us would be like, "Ooh, it's Wednesday night at Congress," and we'd all be sitting around and just watching.
Time.
How often do they do those?
State of the Union?
No, the Parliament thing. They seem to happen on a regular basis, and it is an effective way to get updates or points of view on someone's proposal. How effective is it? Like the State of the Union, you can say something and people forget about it just a couple days later.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like the Italian Parliament where they just if they don't like you, they'll just hit you with a shoe. I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff throughout the world, like Romanian and Bulgarian. I mean, it's insane, but it doesn't always work that way. Think about it. When you're constantly have to go and present yourself, it becomes a dog and pony show. It's not real, and it's not. You're not going to go into a lion's den. You're going to get your people up there that are supporting you, and the put on a show.
Yeah. Al's did the thing about Fetterman. Guys, if Fetterman and some of these other people are not proof that we are heading into idiocracy, I don't know what else is. I mean, here you have a guy that looks like a cross between Lurch
Road,
and he's up there. I mean, you have a guy that's running for Senate where he's wearing nothing but hoodies.
Yeah.
And he looks like he just got out of bed or got off shift at work and graveyard, and he goes to the thing. I mean, we're to the point to where it's like the people that are running, they don't even look like they care anymore. They're just kind of like, eh. And it's literally, we're like running towards idiocracy, where it's just going to get to the point to where somebody that actually says 2 + 2 is 4, like, oh my God, it's a genius. I really don't. If for anybody who hasn't seen Idiocracy, you got to watch that movie. We're there.
Is it a comedy or
yes,
a documentary?
It was a comedy, but it's become a documentary.
Yeah,
it's actually foretold the future somehow. I don't know how that happened.
There's a great movie. It's not comical, but it's fantastic. It's called Deterrence.
I don't know.
Brian? What's that movie? I haven't seen that one.
It's Deterrence, and the TERANCE movie. The president gets stuck in. He gets whitewashed in Colorado in a diner, and you have all these different people that are there, and the Secret Service are there, and he has to stay there. And during the process, the Iranians or some Muslim country, but I think it was Iran, threatens to send nuclear weapons over and one of the Secret Service agents speaks Farsi, so he can speak with the Iranians, and the Iranians won't talk to one of the other people there because he's Jewish. I think the president or whatever, and their translator. It's a really cool movie where it's like you're on the brink of war, and there's a spoiler end at it that's fantastic. But you see the dynamic of, Joe, like, I'm America, America, one of those guys, F yeah, America, fuck yeah. And then you have the people, the family that's totally going to be the ones that are, we should let all the people that want to come into the country in, it's just very dynamic, but it's a wonderful movie. And Kevin Pollak plays the president. And really, if you get a chance to see this movie, I'm sure you can rent it. Yeah, you will totally enjoy every moment of it because there's a lot of suspense and it's good. But yeah. And talking about things that like when they
Carolyn, I haven't seen Borat yet. Okay, that you got to see that one too. that one.
What's this?
This is Kazakhstan's #1 hooker, and she's my sister.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God! He's.
We're gonna get in so much trouble, but it's a classic.
Oh yeah,
Borat 1. See Borat 1. It's hysterical. Don't go to 2 or the second one.
I really Sacha Baron Cohen. I actually liked a lot of his stuff. I actually liked The Dictator too.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, that scene when he keeps. Where's nuclear? It's like you killed him. Yeah. It's where the hood's like, no, I want bigger bomb with pointy thing. It's scary. Like, no, it has to go. It's like, no. People see this, they laugh at us. I was like, it has to be pointy and scary. I'm like, oh my God, it's a stupid comedy, but it's still funny. It's still hilarious.
There's a huge scene in that movie that's great. Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, I was gonna say, what was the one with the puppets?
Oh, Team America.
Team America World Police.
Oh my God!
I'm so hilarious. So Ronry.
Come on, Billy, take one for the team. Every once in a while, I have it on my iPod. When I'm playing my list, I have all these different things. I have Homer Simpson soundbite, this and that, and then you get the America. In the song Team America, America,
he might, America, bald eagles,
Death Beyond. That was great.
Yeah, he might, Alan. He might be. I need to. I'm starting to go super white right here. I look like I was drinking paint, and it just kind of dribbled down right here, and it's like starting to get that skunk stripe right there. It's like it's kind of like the Bride of Frankenstein type thing.
There are a lot of those movies that came out about 20 years ago that there's comedy satire, political satire. I thought they were really cutting edge movies, and you still have people they've developed a cult following, and they were really well done. And with the Team America, the Leopards, but you can tell that they were just regular house cats back there. But it was the way they did a lot of the special effects, some of the just sight gags in Idiocracy. They really foreshadowed a lot of the just stupidity that's going on today.
Yeah, no,
oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, there's this stupidity that's going on politically today, but there's also other classics that are out there. I'm not going to mention one.
Never surrender.
Blazing Saddles. If you look at that movie, and what's very interesting, still a classic. Everybody seems to like it. That's within that, whatever. They still, if I'm correct, in New York, they showed that movie uncut, unedited, and I don't know how they do that.
I mean, there's just lines like, you know, she's there with the sheriff and she turns the lights off, closes the door. Where'd you go?
No, it's just,
I'm
oh,
just,
yeah,
I'm
are you?
just- I'm like,
It's a
oh,
subtle thing. It's
it's these subtle things where you're like, oh my God, you know, can you imagine if it was made nowadays, people would just freak out. But it was what people are like, it's so racist. They're like, no, it's making fun of racists. That's the thing.
yes.
The whole point is making fun of how stupid racism is. That's the whole point of the movie. It has nothing to do with
It's
it.
very. It's actually a very. If you want to look at a different angle, it's very liberating. Black sheriff joins the whole town and gets diversified. Rock Ridge,
Yeah.
and they
Well,
fight
that's
for their freedom. Hey,
yeah,
that's what it is. Right?
exactly what it is. But people
Yeah.
take it as like, oh my God, it's so racist. No. It is just they're making fun of all the stereotypes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's
it's
some classics. I mean, it's just they don't make
that's
movies.
some good old fashioned frontier gibberish right there.
Can we have some more beans or jacket? I think you boys had enough.
Yes.
It's just classic stuff, you know. I mean, there's so many different classic movies out there that it's. I mean, is it a political statement? You know, like are they making political? There's some that are making great political statements, and they carry throughout the ages. It's still the same thing, and there's just some that are just pure fun that you're going to, like Friday. Great freaking movie. Friday was a great movie. I mean, like, there's so many different movies. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Hey Debbie, nice seeing you.
Most of these people don't, you know, you can't do any of these movies anymore. No one seems to have a sense of humor about anything. Everybody seems to have a big stick up their ass.
Yeah.
And you know,
no
this
way.
is serious. No, it's not. It's fucking comedy. Pull the stick out of your ass. See how funny it is.
That's
You know?
exactly what it is. And people get all buttered, and it's like, no, you got to realize this is. I even showed Chris some of the clips, and he actually started laughing. I was like, no, you got to watch this thing because it is funny, the stuff that they do, because it's like, yeah, once you watch it, it's just, oh man, because if you go to YouTube, you just watch the highlight clips, yeah, you think it's a racist film. It's like, no, you got to see the whole thing.
I mean, it's genius. It's actually, there's very few things in the last, I'm not going to be my father, but the last 20 years, very few things that are original ideas that are going to stand the test of time. And like, people are going to go, oh, you remember that movie? You know, you remember that? You remember that? No one's going to care about those. They're not, unless they want to make a remake, and then they'll throw the old ones out and like, oh, I remember this. This was cool. And then they're going to watch it like, wow, this sucked. You know? But
yeah, I don't like that trend of the remaking of classics.
There's no original thought in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's already been like that the colorized version of Psycho.
Yeah, it's now
the black and white was.
Yeah, you can't beat what Hitchcock did. Why did why'd that one band remake Stairway to Heaven?
That's the thing about black and white. I don't know how many people understand this. I mean, Chris, I don't even know if you really, because you don't watch a lot of the old movies. If you understood, if you know this part, do you know like stuff like Addams Family and these other ones? A lot of the colors that were used were pink.
Yeah,
they used different pinks. They used different colors because that when it was translated in the black and white film, it would give you different shades. And so if you actually looked on the set, you'd think it looks all goth, it looks all dark. But if you actually look at the set, it's bright pinks, it's dark reds, it's all these things, because when you actually translate to black, it actually gives it that real dark black or that lighter gray. And so it's really cool. And that's the thing about Hitchcock, is when he did his films, he had these things in mind, like the shading, the shadows, the stuff, the way that was done, it was done on purpose. And when you put it in color, you lose some of those aspects.
Because he preyed on your psychology. There are people
Birds was a great movie.
There are people that saw Psycho, and in the shower scene will swear to you that they saw red blood going down the drain, and it wasn't red. It was just dark. It was a darkness.
I believe they used Hershey syrup.
Probably,
so it wouldn't have been red anyway.
No, but psychologically, they know it's kind of like pareidolia, but in reverse. They know what it's supposed to be, and they're saying there was blood in that movie. There was blood, it's like, no, there wasn't. I mean, classic example. Look, not only Hitchcock, but look what they used to do for special effects for some of the classic horror films with Bela Lugosi and stuff. And they're changing in, all these guys changing into a wolf man. And you doing the stop animation. Okay. Put
Stop animation as you see the fur getting glued on in patches.
Yeah. But
it's fantastic.
But for the time, it was amazing. The only time that I think animation like that for makeup really went, it stood up dramatically was, well, let's not put Star Wars into the mix, but American Werewolf in London.
Yeah,
Rick Baker's work in that movie was just never done before. And that werewolf was just amazing, besides the comedy end of it. Listen, he's my best friend. Let's not kill him first.
Brian, but it's, what you and Craig were just saying is, the black and white ones, you can almost see where they're gluing a patch of fur on the face. It's like it must have been there for 8 hours, just putting a little bit of hair here and there, but it's
there's that fancy asbestos glue probably too. It's all that stuff that cause cancer on contact.
Yeah, it's the Lon Chaney stuff from the 30s and 40s that got us to where Brian's talking about the American Werewolf in London. Where you see the jaws protrude and the hair. Yeah, that was the fantastic movie.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It was even without the special effects, it still pulled you in. And the friend who was killed by the his ghost keeps reappearing.
Yeah. Griffin Dunn is the character. Is the guy.
That throughout when he keeps showing up throughout the movie, he keeps rotting,
deteriorating.
Yeah, it's showing that it's kind of comical. Yeah, kind of crosses over into weird stuff. But there's the bond of friendship keeps going throughout the 2-hour movie, and you don't need all the special effects, but the special effects do make it just a classic from 40 years ago.
Oh yeah, I mean I remember seeing that movie and I was hooked.
I was too.
Every scene in that movie was really, really great and was well done. The scenes on the moors, the scenes in the Slaughtered Lamb, which is a great name for a bar or pub, and excuse me, what's the pentagram on the wall? You boys need to leave. You had to go. And that's when the shit hit the fan. But today it's just everything's green screen. I mean, I'm a comic book guy. One of my best friends, Hector Collazo, was an artist from Marvel and DC, and I mean he's very well. Was very well renowned. He passed away. And we were talking about comic books, and the last one I got into was the 1800s or 1801 series. And it was pretty good. And but other than that, they screwed the comic book industry. Everything's Marvel now. Everything's Marvel. Every movie's Marvel. I mean, how much crap, although I think Deadpool movie with what's his name was really good.
Is that Clint Eastwood?
Who?
Clint Eastwood?
No, Deadpool was Ryan Reynolds. He played Deadpool, but Ryan Reynolds always puts some kind of comic angle in everything he does. He's very quick-witted for a Canadian. Oh, I'm gonna get shit for that.
You're talking movies, and I'm far left on this. I don't really watch much movies, so I'm
you don't
just
watch
got
much
the rest.
movies?
I don't watch movies. I hardly watch TV.
Jaron brought up too. He brought up his parents wouldn't let him watch Lost Boys. I'm like, come on, who one of the classic ones too. But it was a classic movie, but I still don't understand the whole point of having to have the saxophone guy in the
Yeah,
in the thing.
that was just bizarre. The beginning. I mean,
I
like
mean, for anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, here's a little clip. You know,
Yeah.
we don't have the rights to this, but see, there's a saxophone guy.
fair use. We're claiming fair use right now.
Yeah, yeah. So see, it was just a random. To me, it was just always just kind of a random thing that they threw.
I
You know,
mean,
just
not really. I mean, I don't know the scene like that. You just showed me clips, but saxophone players are panty pullers. So maybe that was a correlation with pulling the panties. Saxophone
no,
players.
that doesn't have anything to do with the movie.
Are you sure?
I
mean,
think
you know,
it was the fact that he was like, I forgot the name of the guy that
You gotta
does-
watch the
he's
movie.
a real saxophone player. Actually, he's not just an actor, but I think they were trying to create an environment because it's about vampires and how they're, like there's this
Yeah, it's like it was like the party scene, but it was just
yeah,
it was just like a really random band with the lead singer as a sax player, and it was just kind of different. But it's an iconic thing, it's like if you say Lost Boys, the saxophone thing, everybody instantly, oh yeah, I know. Here's a guy all oiled up, gyrating with the saxophone in front of the mic. Everybody knows.
I mean, Top
Except me.
Gun is like,
Yeah.
Oh, Top Gun. I mean, I did see Top Gun. That shit was hilarious. Like,
you see the first one and the second.
Yes.
Okay, all they did was remake the first movie and they just put new people in there.
Top Gun.
They had the same scenes in the movie. It was the same storyline basically. And
the only thing I give like that Tom Cruise, the only thing I give for those though is the fact that he does his own stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
I do give him credit for that. It's matter that it's like he was actually in those planes. That wasn't.
No, he definitely was in the planes, and but it's like I mean, I know what they're selling when they're doing who they're selling to. The whole beach volleyball scene. Oh, they're going to take. The only thing difference is you went from all men to a mixed crew, right? In the new one, because it has to be diversified. It's like do they have like is there a role in Hollywood? Like I'm the diversity director. I have to make sure there is someone
pretty much is.
Is it like really? Yeah. You have to give equal time to everybody.
Ooh, I have to get is ET I'm trying to think. I don't know if I remember what Fantastic Planet is. I think I might have to check this out.
E.T. Eddie Torres, the extra testicle.
No.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Eddie.
Yeah.
Then when he sold the kid the dead birdie, pretty little birdie, and the head falls off.
Oh my God, that was one of the funniest freaking scenes ever.
Pretty little birdie.
I want a cracker. I lost it. That whole movie was just out of control, hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out that and see what that Fantastic Planet is. ZT. Yeah, that's I don't think I've actually seen that one. I'm like, that's you just gave me homework.
I don't feel
Fantastic
so lost
Planet.
now.
That's a while ago.
I mean,
so you don't watch movies.
1973.
You don't watch movies. You don't watch TV. What do you do at your home? Or your free time? I mean, like, besides ride the bike.
Social media, fucking cell phone, the kids. I mean,
and that's great. I really don't watch much TV. And the first movie I went to in about 5 years was the fourth episode of what's his name?
John
Wick, which was like way too fucking long.
But it was. I would tell people, for anybody that's it is literally action from the beginning to the end. There's hardly any delay at all.
But I'll tell you what, in that John Wick movie, I want his Taron tactical gun that he uses.
Dude, it's like 10 grand. I seen it. My brother sent it to me yesterday.
Yeah,
it's like
it's awesome.
15,000.
It's like
it is a
butter.
That's one thing. Yeah. Chris, have you watched the John Wick movies?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch them because
honestly,
beautiful.
Chris,
go ahead, Brian. I'll let you.
No. I'm. Go ahead. Just go.
No, because I was saying one of the biggest problems with any like action movies is one, continuity. The way it's shot, the angles, but also the fact that bang 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 bang. There's like they're
Same with
constantly like,
porn.
how many bullets you got in that thing? John Wick movies, they actually, you can count and you know exactly what it is, because when it gets to that point, he's popping it out, he's doing things, he's checking them, he's dropping them, and then he's going right back in the street. They actually train, and so when he's actually doing, he actually
Taron
looks like
Tactical.
somebody, yeah,
Yeah,
like
he
somebody that
trained in
actually
Taron
is special
Tactical.
forces.
Let me tell you something, Chris. On the tactical, the firearm work alone, you're gonna love this, and it's gonna be juice is gonna be like, dude, I'm going out tomorrow. I'm hitting the range tomorrow.
I guess
I kid you not. I'm not kidding. It's so good for that, because every technique he uses in that thing when he's loading four shells in a shotgun, you know, it's valid.
Oh yeah, I just said the
Real
slide, bam, and it fires. I mean, it's just, yeah, he's just doing all these things. It's like exactly how somebody who was perfect.
You would love it from beginning to end. And it's, well, how old's your oldest?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
In the house is 12.
In the house, well, got to talk with the boss first. If you could let him see John Wick.
No, Harlan, no, it's not a spinoff of The Matrix. Same actor, Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
but it's
And if you
basically
like paranormal. If you like strange stuff, you definitely want to see Constantine. I can't wait to see it.
They're working on a second one.
Well, he was in Dracula too.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Bram
terrible.
Stoker's Dracula.
Bill and Ted.
Oh,
One
God,
of the best Draculas.
Oh my God, look at this again. He's gone.
Yeah,
He hates this.
that's one. Gary Oldman probably, for me, that's probably, besides some of the classic, when you get back to the Nosferatu, you know, and stuff like this, Gary Oldman's take on Dracula is probably one of my favorite.
Oh,
I
hated that. I mean,
that's one for me. I loved.
Or
Yeah,
I mean, like that
refill.
movie, that Dracula movie. I'm gonna pull an Al Santarega on that.
I'm calling bullshit.
Yep, calling bullshit. Sorry, I had to.
No, that Donnie Darko is a good one.
Donnie Darko. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I have a movie too. I talked about it on one of the shows with Barbara DeLong, Ken Godsword. You know, it was Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh my God, great!
I absolutely love that movie. And it's what? Oh God, is it a cheesy? Is it a cheesy? Because I mean, but you want to talk about a star-studded cast? You know, you have got everybody. Yeah. John Lithgow. It's oh God, his name is just failing me. Oh come on,
he's back. He's back.
It's The Fly. Jeff Goldblum. Thank you. Yeah, it just there's all Peter Sellers. I mean, all these people are in this thing, and there's cheesy moments like crazy, but it is an awesome B sci-fi movie. Oh, yeah. I mean,
I'm getting movie trivia 101 tonight. Like, I'm just like,
I'll tell you another. Hold on. If you want a fun movie to watch, most of the time when you watch certain movies, especially like these space movies, they just they assume you're gonna get into the subject matter and the plot line or whatever, or they throw all this crap at you that just like I don't care. It's not important. There's two movies that were great with that. So Starship Troopers, that was a great storyline and plot, and talk about it was a B movie in my opinion, but it was really
the Al Santarega.
You need the Al Santarega. Hold
on.
Okay.
No, I give you that. It had a really good storyline, but for me, there was just too many things that were like, you know, all of a sudden the little pop-up bubbles. Bloom, do you want to know more? It's like, oh, come on.
It's that dystopian type of, you know,
yeah.
I want to be a citizen so I can have a baby. You know, it's like
that shit just sounds stupid. That's what.
No, it's very campy, and I don't think it's edited right. But another one that is just freaking out of this world, fantastic from the start of the movie to the end. Fifth Element. The Fifth Element. Oh my God, was great.
Absolutely love the movie. Where they dropped the ball was where the Fifth Element was love. You had so many things you could do, and when it was just like, what is the Fifth Element? It's love. You're like, oh my God, they mailed in the ending. They didn't know how to finish it. They fell into the trap where they came up with an amazing movie and nobody could finish the stupid thing. They couldn't come up with an ending.
You guys play video games? Does everybody here play video games or had?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like them? So one of my
Yes.
favorite video games ever, first one, was The Suffering, and the lead character.
Suffering.
It was one of the first, if not the first, video game to have an African American as a lead character. I called in work sick for 4 days to finish that game. Never did that in my life. But another game where the storyline is very risque, but is relevant relative to what's going on now. If you played BioShock,
No.
go play that game.
I've
Out of this
that
world.
one.
You can get one disc right now. It has like BioShock 1, 2, and 3, and you have to make some serious choices in there about whether you want to harvest children, which is really tough to deal with, or just go at a different angle. But the storylines alone are out of this world.
I played Pong and Frogger.
Totally different. I'm with you on that. Mark, I'm totally with you on that.
My favorite game when I was a kid was Duke Nukem. You could walk in the club and show me them titties, bitch. And beat and slap. Like, so then I graduated from that to Call of Duty. I mean, I was a Madden king. I beat anybody ass at Madden. But
Laura, that's one of the things they do in some of these games is they actually input a slight morality test.
So let me tell you something. When I played this game, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's there. You got some of these things where there's not really a good choice. It's like you really. I mean, for lack of a better time, this would be like, okay, you've got to kill these orphans or you got to kill these puppies. Make your choice. You're like, I don't want to choose, and you're like, you can't progress. You're like, you got 3 choices. Make a choice or shut the game off. There's really no other way. Yeah, but yeah, Laura, it is. There's some of these things that it's disturbing. You get it.
If you follow the storyline in what I was talking about in BioShock, and you replace the Eve that is gained, Eve is the drug needed or the necessity, the resource needed. And now in this current day and age, you look at adrenochrome, and now it's really disturbing.
Yeah.
In this,
Silent Hill is
Silent Hill's crazy.
For me, no, that's what it is. It's when it comes to movies, I don't know what it is about the realistic ones. I can't do. I can't.
It's realistic ones.
Hostel, House of 1,000 Corpses. I can't do something like you said where it's just I know driving down the road in West Virginia and I see the shack over there. That there's a good chance that there's 2 women chained up inside of it. I'm like, I can't. I just can't do these movies because it's like there's too much shit that it's really happening. And Mark's pointing at something that's not good.
Craig, don't forget the X-Files Peacock family. You know that they were that's from West Virginia too. So that's some really good publicity.
It's like Open Water was a movie where they go out into the water scuba diving or snorkeling, and then 2 people get stuck left there. That would be my nightmare. That would be my nightmare. Doing that.
Yeah, then there's ones it's like you have to, Grand Theft Auto, those ones it's just stupid. I mean,
it's Brady smacking a hoe.
You're just going around, you're just hitting people and stealing things.
The new one you can actually build an empire. Like, I haven't played it yet, but you can buy like drug houses, real estate. I mean, you can actually like build an empire in the new one.
Like like the Matrix over there. He's going to become the digital pimp. I got to go work the girls tonight. I got to lock into Grand Theft Auto.
I can't do the show tonight, boys. I got to go work the girls.
Well, what are you doing? It's collection night.
Yeah. You got my money, bitch. So
yeah, he's muting it. You just see him over there yelling, "You better have my money by Friday, or else I will."
Bitch, you better have my money.
God, that's crazy. I mean, just those ones where imagine the people that spend all that talent mentally on building a drug empire or something digitally, on that stuff instead of actually doing something in the real world. You spend all this thing on networking stuff. You're doing all this stuff on a game that has 0 value outside of it. When you're like, just think of what you could have done on the outside. You could have built a business. You could have done something with that same brain power. But you're Grand Theft Auto drug lord. I'm like, I'm
I'm a big pimp.
Cool.
I applaud you. You got a multi-million-dollar drug house on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. What's up,
Yeah.
my man? Yeah.
What about
that's-
this Fortnite shit that these kids are playing? I can't get into that shit to save my life. Like, I'm like, fuck, Call of Duty was way better.
It's basically
Fortnite's-
Call of Duty and cartoon.
Fortnite. I'm considered an OG. You know, the old guard. When I first played it, we all learned it here. Now it's like you take one shot at somebody on there, and they build this skyscraper. You just see this building just goes up out of nowhere. And I'm like, I'm still over there trying to go through the whole thing, trying to build a wall, and it's meanwhile I'm dead.
But I watch my kids. They be like, skyscraper. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're doing ramps, walls.
It's not only that. One of the things I hate online is all the trash
Bless
talk
you.
and all the stuff that's going on, trash talking and look. I mean, I did stand up comedy and offended everybody in the room for my friends in school. It was a diverse group, but I don't need to hear that stuff when I'm playing a video game.
Did you guys see that video I shared tonight on our group page? It was off TikTok. It was a clip from the game. The guys are like, "Hey, just want to know, guys, are you going to be there for me if something happens?" And one guy's like, "No." He's like, I just want you to call me so I can ignore you. It's everybody busting on their teammates. It's just, oh my god, it can be brutal when you're online. It's the common thing. You'll see people. It's just like, you guys are so. I'm like, is this your first day on the internet? Because this is normal. This is the wasteland. This is Mad Max. When you go online on these chat areas, it is harsh.
Oh my god!
I think my son just created his own group so he can boot people as he feel like it. Oh, you're talking shit?
Smart.
Get out.
Smart. No, that's a smart way of doing it. But I mean, at one point in time, I remember there was a kid that was 6 years old. He was getting $150 an hour or $200 an hour to teach people how to super bounce in Halo. And literally, he was teaching 5 hours a day. He made a killing. He was that good at the game.
ZT, I'm actually need to do the reverse. I've watched the show and loved the show. I got to actually check out the game.
Which one?
Last of Us.
The Last of Us?
Mm-hmm. Is it funny that I eat mushroom soup while I'm watching that show?
Yeah.
Have you watched the show, Chris?
No, but
Do you know what I'm talking about?
no, you just eat mushroom soup. That's gross.
Yeah, no. The show's about mushrooms are what's causing. It's like a new version of a zombie.
Oh, it's like the spores and stuff.
Yeah, the spores and stuff actually became transmissible and they go through humans, and it's the same way like the ants. How you see like they become zombies. The zombie ants thing that happens through mushrooms, and so I think it's actually it's kind of ironic. I'm sitting here eating a bowl of mushroom soup as I'm watching Last of Us.
So, are you using those mushrooms when you make your culinary meals on a nightly basis?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's one of those. That's for people that said when I get off work, that's my form of meditation. I go when I get done. Most people like crack a beer, sit in front, and watch the game. I'm like, for me, just sitting there with the knife, just cutting vegetables, going through the mental thing. I'm able to unwind. It focuses. It's like a singular focus. I'm actually able to just narrow down. And
his coworkers that he works with right there. So the knife cutting through them.
I mean, I give you great applause for that shit, but I need a restaurant to put it on my plate like that because I'm not doing all that work to eat the shit. No, not at all. Craig arranges it like this potato looks off. Let me just tweak the potato. Man,
plating, it's important.
Yes, like I said, for anybody that's not I'll put it up on the screen here so that people that aren't listening, for people that aren't friends on me on Facebook, this is the kind of stuff they're talking about. Like there's the mushroom soup I made.
He's trying to be a gourmet chef, like at
You
home.
made
Like he's
mushroom
gonna eat
soup?
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks
creamy
good.
mushroom soup.
What are those portobello mushrooms?
Mm-hmm. Yep, grill. I saute those and I layer those on top. And so
there we go.
Okay, how do you make the soup?
You take three different types of mushroom. This time it was shiitake, portobello, and oyster, and
Oil.
you blend those up. You get those like, added in with the cream, the seasoning stuff, and then you steep that. Once
Use
that
chicken
starts to
stock or
simmer,
vegetable stock.
yeah, and then I typically
beef.
use for the vegans that you can use vegetable stock, but I use chicken typically, or
Chicken
beef,
stock
kind
or
of
beef
whatever I have.
stock is usually in most bases of a soup.
Yep, that's
Beef would actually work better with that. And a secret tip here: try it with magic mushrooms next time, Craig.
Magic. Yeah.
so you just saw it. I'm like, what
Oh my
happened to
God,
him?
my
I'm like,
skull's melting. Dad, my skull's melting. It's okay, kid. You'll be fine.
yeah, it's one of those. I like to do it. It's like I'll get home from work, and this is the dinner I made a couple of nights ago.
Hot gummies, yeah.
Pan-seared steak. The reason it kind of looks like a pork chop is it's Dijon mustard. It's covered in Dijon mustard, pan-seared, and then you mix it in with it was brown sugar, soy sauce, and bourbon in the skillet, and then you coat that in there. So
you gotta do things that look like human parts. Remember that guy who used to harass us on me and just make it look like here. This is his head and kidney.
no,
we have peacocks. We have peacocks.
Got a bottle of Chianti.
Yeah. If you go down one of the streets when you get out of our complex to get to the main strip 441, we do take a roundabout way, and these people have peacocks everywhere.
They
And
scream like a motherfucker.
yeah,
I
they sound like cats.
Yeah, they're loud.
Oh, I love them.
So, I mean, everybody's slowing down. I always go, look, kids, we're gonna have dinner. We're gonna have chicken for dinner. Whatever. So I want to get I want to get peacock feathers, and just make chicken for dinner, and just put them down on the table, the peacock feathers, and go. Dad, what are the feathers for? Oh, wow, I hit a peacock on the way home. So enjoy your dinner.
It's off. Yeah, they had, like when she was saying ramen. When I do ramen, that's what I do.
Yeah, they're neat animals.
They're weird. There's also something about it. They're very neat animals. You know a lot about them. I mean, I know that something about I don't believe it's good luck to have peacock feathers or to purchase them or to be given them. One of the two. I heard something like that, but they're interesting.
I'm good. I'll pass on the peacocks.
They're 2 albino peacocks by me.
Oh really?
Shit.
Yeah, they're all white. It's crazy.
Did you hear about the guy that stole some turtles that they were like $10,000 a piece, and they found one in his freezer, and they found one in his backyard in like a little pen, and he stole them from some zoo, and the owner was happy to get one back, but it was like $20,000 worth of turtles. The guy's a random
turtle worth 20 grand.
Wow.
One's worth 10 grand. Just Google the story. Like you'll be like, what the fuck? I don't know what kind of turtle it is.
2 guys that came over the border in Texas or Arizona. They got caught by immigration patrol, and they were arrested not for being in the country. They were eating a bald eagle.
Holy fuck!
They killed it and they were roasting it, and you can't do that. So they arrested them and they charged them.
Hey, Essay, what are you doing?
Chicken. You said pollo.
Pollo. No, that's eagle, American bird.
Yeah, don't take that one.
So you we in trouble, right? Oh yeah, we.
I want to know why. I want to know more about the peacocks from Mark. What's going on with those peacocks, Mark?
Oh, I
think they're interesting.
I don't have a farm of them. I just
you just got some random ones.
Yeah, there was a park, a couple miles this way. When I was little, they had one of those aviaries. They had I don't know, like 6 or 8 of them, and there's just a little cage, and they were in there, I guess maybe year round. But it's neat seeing them on a regular basis.
I mean, every time we go through, I mean, I still like seeing. It's not like every day you're supposed to see peacocks.
No, they're just just really exotic animals. The eyes,
They have that
on
weird
the
thing on the
feathers.
top of the head, like those two dots that pop up. It's the weirdest
Yeah,
looking thing.
yeah, yeah. And you see them at zoos. Some mansions have them on the property. Um, I don't think I have that. Maybe next time I do this, I'll try to get the photo. I have one photo I took of. There was a peacock at Castle Howard. I
Ooh,
took
yeah,
a
it seems,
photo.
yeah,
And,
they seem to be in those highbrow homes.
yeah, and it was. I got a photo of the tail opened up and the castle is in the background,
That's
and
nice.
and that was the castle used for Castle Hackton in Stanley Kubrick's Barry Lyndon.
Ooh,
And I was like, "Oh wow,
Nice.
it's
that's kind of cool.
yeah, a really neat experience." So he didn't use any peacocks in the movie, but that was the location for the Barry's mansion.
Kind of cool. That's actually
Hey,
pretty cool.
Ramona,
Florida's a strange place.
Yeah, I'll have to get. I'll get that photo out next time.
Ooh, Mark has a
yeah,
fan.
I tease this one. This is a real story, by the way. So I said it seems fake, but in Springfield, Colorado, this is the southeastern part of Colorado. Man was pulled over by the police officers there. It's a small town of about 1,300 people. And as the officer was getting out of the car to come up to the thing, the man switched seats with his dog and claimed that the dog was driving. And so as the officer got there, and it was the guy who was telling him, it's like, no, the dog was driving, officer. And the officer obviously, not buying it. So the guy decides to take off running. So he's drunk. So he takes off, he makes it about 60 feet. He gets arrested. And so he's been arrested just on, suspicion of drunk driving, and the dog is currently not facing any charges and has been let off with a warning for driving without a license. Yeah. So the guy switched places with his dog, so that way he'd try to get out of a DUI. Yeah, so that was one of those stupid crime type things that they heard. Yeah, so that was been reported.
You guys are Florida guys. Do you know the blue heron?
Oh yes, that's your favorite bird, I hear.
Yeah, are they endangered?
I know you can't just go out and smack them around. I know that.
No, are they endangered? Because if he keeps
the
shit up right now, he is going to be endangered. I just want to know if they're on the endangered list. It makes a totally different way of whacking them.
I didn't think so. I don't think so, but I know
Good.
the.
That's all I need to know. Thank you, Chris. That's my defense right there. No, only joking.
I just know the sandhill cranes are, and they bob around real stupidly. They're good.
Yeah.
Dude,
great egrets, snowy egrets, great blue herons, and other migratory birds are protected under federal law. It's illegal to shoot, trap, or harm them in any way. So you cannot slap them.
Yeah, Chris, the sandhill crane was one of the original explanations for the Mothman.
Really?
Yeah, because of the red right there, that was supposedly the eyes.
Nice.
Yeah, and the large size. But they weren't as big as the Mothman flying over the Scarberry's car.
Is that like it has like a big? It looks a little bit like a vulture on the front. Like close.
I'm bringing it up right here.
All right.
Nope.
Okay.
That's the sandhill crane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes forever to get up on my screen.
Yeah.
So.
Kind of looks like a little bit like an ostrich.
Like an ostrich. Oh. Bloody ostrich. Yeah. Chucky.
So they have they have that red top right on their head, and it's just, so as you can see that that clearly would be the Mothman.
Maybe. I mean,
that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, it's one of those, when you see them, you're like, no, that doesn't have any. I don't see how that would even remotely be confused. But those are protected.
There was like something that was like mostly white with a big beak on it that looked very much like a
Oh,
vulture.
they're white and they got a yellow beak.
They may have but it looks like a vulture's beak.
Oh yeah, they eat
They're big.
The ones that be at the dump, Craig. They're
Yeah,
real
yeah,
big.
that's them. They definitely was in the garbage.
They're the one that jumps on top of the pile as soon as you dump, and they just like.
Yeah, but those are well, you got egrets and you got ibis, and those don't look like a vulture.
Well, they were outside Raising Cane's. We went to Raising Cane's down in Del Rey or whatever.
That's what he's talking about.
They would what?
Pull it up, Craig. I think that's what he's talking about. He's talking about the bird. They fight over.
They're fucking huge.
Yeah.
They're huge. It looks like they could take a baby with them. I pissed some guy off.
It's probably this is Bird Talk with Three Beards podcast. Thank you for showing up today. We need to do it like we need to do like NPR. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for coming into Three Beards podcast as we're doing Beard Talk right now. We are going to be discussing the endangered long-billed ironhead white vulture, and this one is I'm pretty sure is what Brian is constantly tortured by.
It is so majestic. Yeah, that's the fucker.
Yeah, that's the ironhead white vulture. That's that we don't have those at the dump.
And it was hanging out the garbage dump because we went to the new Raising Cane's, and when I came out, my kids are like, "Oh my god, look at the size of that bird!" I said, "Now you know where they get their chicken from, kids." And one guy came and goes, "Oh man, I'm not eating this now."
Craig, you sound like a tour guide at Disney. You've been to Disney enough. You need to go volunteer and get you one of them headsets and get a job with Disney. Hey, over here to your left, you have the Magic Kingdom with the little magic and the mouse and the.
This is what we have at we get out the dump that are always on the piles and stuff. These are just your normal.
I need this flag up. All right, follow me, everyone. Follow me.
All right. So everybody, if you look over here, we have a very fantastic bird. This is the cattle egret right here. It is the majestic bird with its beautiful yellow beak. Yeah, no, it's
Chris is gonna give it a call. Let's get like Chris.
Yeah, Carolyn, the Birdcage. that was actually a fantastic movie, by the way. The Birdcage. That one was a good one. It's especially like if I was to do like Disney, it would be like the Jungle Cruise. That's one of my favorite things. It's like I want to point out to you guys a couple of my favorite plants over here. There's one. And there's one. And that's the type of stuff that's what I love. I like those ones.
I think I'd be getting.
Yeah, I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite birds over here.
I'd get fired on my first day. I'd fucking secretly put a tip badge on my shirt and be like, we don't require tips, but tips are strongly recommended over here. Look at the plant, the bird,
I appreciate that, man. That's one of the things we like to just, cut loose sometimes, because when we have guests, I try to be somewhat serious because I want them to at least feel like we're taking their subject seriously. I don't want to get too off the rails, but this is the one that it gives the chances for everybody to just kind of let their hair down that they don't have.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. It's about time for him to let it go, Brian. He's got a little hair, and he's like.
No, that's why I shaved my head. See, he said it's really getting thin up top.
It doesn't grow in.
No, that's what I said. That's why I have just been lazy. I haven't shaved my head.
The no hair. All he's missing is a brown robe, and he's a Gregorian monk.
He needs to go. No, he needs to go get him. He needs to go get him a Mr. 44.
With you. Bing.
He needs to go get a comb over like the 45.
Dude, I'm losing it right here. It's all like really thin and light over here.
Thin and light.
Yeah. So I'm thin and light, unlike me. And I'm using like they have this like new stuff like thicker hair, movie hair. Like, no, it doesn't, unless you're pasting shit on there.
Like I'll show you guys this. If I was to shave my head and go to Comic-Con or something like this is the character I'd go as.
There you go.
From Diablo 3.
Diablo.
Because I've got the beard for it. I've got the beard. And I've got the head shape. Because you can see if I shave my head.
You almost look like what's his Sid from the
Oh yes, that's somebody that actually said I could bring that up too. My wife thinks it's a terrible idea. She doesn't like the look of
in the photo I did of you under the Beards calendar. He totally looked like Eminem in that photo.
Oh yeah,
he totally looked like Eminem in that photo. Chris was rocking the best aspect of that photo. Free range beards.
Here's the one. I'll bring him up here because he's Sid. I think it's Haig. I'm trying to remember.
That's it. I
Yeah,
couldn't,
Captain
from
Spaulding.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah, it's not the biggest.
Spaulding.
He was Knight of 1,000 Corpses and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could. Let's see. Make sure I'm
Okay.
going the right way.
We're gonna get a guy. I'm gonna get a guy to come on who's a Bigfooter. He also makes movies. His name is Stevie Strings, and he did a clown movie, and he has a clown makeup. It is absolutely out of control. He's one hell of a guitar player. He's a Floridian too. So I'm gonna make.
And ZT
Did he
said
play
that
metal?
He plays everything, but he's just out of control. He's great. And when he gets on, he's the nicest. He's one of the nicest guys ever. I mean, he's a really, really sweetheart of a guy. Very smart, articulated. His research is incredible for.
Oh yeah,
landscape.
ZT, you're right. I can do that.
But yeah,
Maybe this is a little bit more
Annabelle,
update from our people.
you look like a platypus.
Yeah, that's
You can
correct.
do that. Chris, take
Yeah.
him out tomorrow and get him the tattoo down the face.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
just
can
get
do
that. Just have that red.
Yep. Just
Yeah,
take
No, I
some
get him.
whips
I
over
get
the
him
beard
some.
and
I
everything.
get. I get
Yeah,
him
I can
some
pull-
foot- I get
I
him
can
some
pull that off.
football
That was
paint.
actually that's a great idea. That
you
actually
go.
might be.
Is that God of War or is that
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah.
I think is it Kratos or Kratos? I can't. Trying to
Never
remember how
got
it's
into
pronounced.
God of War. Are you're a Sony guy on are you Sony or Xbox in the house?
Xbox.
Xbox, Chris?
Only gay people hold Xbox remotes. I'm
Yeah,
PlayStation.
dude, let's not go there. I can
The remote's like
accept both.
this.
No, it's ergonomically designed to where your hand is perfectly
No.
positioned. That's
I
exactly
won
what they.
free Xbox 360 in that Pepsi Cap Challenge.
Oh, you won some. I never win shit.
I
just
won
get a
one of
bunch
those and then it red lighted itself.
Oh yeah.
And,
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
the ring
That
of
one had
the
a
ring of
bad.
death.
Yeah, that one had a bad problem with that.
and then people are like, well, just rip. What you want to do is you want to wrap a couple towels around until it gets hot, and people you see flames coming out. It's like, I'm not wrapping towels around stuff.
Yeah, PlayStation, you can get wrist fatigue. Xbox, it's.
I became
it's
very
your
friendly with
wrist.
Jay Allard because of that.
Yeah.
I wrote to
They're just
everybody.
your PlayStation. You're like this. Xbox, you're naturally how your hands are.
See,
you're
I have American size hands for an American size Xbox controller compared to the Japanese hands, the smaller Asian hands, for the Sony controller. But at least
Well,
the Sony
I think
gives you
I think
happy-
if I shave my head bald and I shave my beard, I think I would probably be. It wouldn't be so much Lex Luthor. It would probably just like you said, it'd be Dr. Evil.
Or,
Because
don't
my life
don't
is
go down to mini me.
sequential.
Look what you did to Mr. Bigglesworth. Yes, it's,
People in
no,
therapy.
that would be the. That'd be yeah. Hey, Chris, appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's we have fun. We have fun with this. I enjoy
Yeah.
these. We have to do these. More.
These are
from
like
time to time.
sorbets, right?
What's that?
The show is like a sorbet. It's a sorbet for everybody. You got to like cleanse the pipes, go on a binge.
Yeah.
Red Cup night. I think it should be called Red Cup night.
Well, that's why I just said 3 Beards Unleashed.
You know what? I think here's a smart idea. How about on 3 Beers Unleashed Red Cup night? You, everybody, Chris, Craig, Mark, myself, everybody comes up with their own 3 Beards cocktail, and we share the
Oh
recipe.
shit! I'm the
Right.
king. I'm gonna do a little. I
There you
already
go,
got
right?
mine. I already got mine in mine. A little Henny, some Malibu rum with some lemonade.
Very nice. I like that.
It would have to be Hennessy, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Some Henny.
Henny,
That's a yeah.
that Royal Crown.
Anything on the anything possible on Henny.
Speaking of Henny, you hear about Puff Daddy, who's really a Puffta Daddy?
Oh, you drink gin, Brian?
No, I'm a rum guy, rum or tequila.
Okay,
I'm
I do.
either saying badges. What? We don't need no sneaking badges. Or I'm trying to take over the neighbor's house as if it was a ship. So one of those. Two.
Don Julio,
It's like
1942.
Captain Jack. He throws a log over the fence. He's running over it.
Casamigos.
I told them at Lodge, I said at Lodge we should have pirate night, and all we do is drink rum until we take out the Tyler swords, and we try to capture the next lodges.
That is highly forbidden in the Blue Lodge. No drinking in the Blue Lodge, no libation in Blue Lodge. You know that.
No, we have tons of libation. I don't know. It's down here in Florida, dirty South.
Oh, y'all have libation up north in Blue House?
Come on down. Yeah.
I mean, everybody has it in their car. You know, we take a couple sips before we go.
No. We have a bar in our downstairs. We put in a brand new bar. Yeah, come on down. You can sleep in our lodge and then also experience the ghosts that are there. That is awesome stuff right there.
I love this rum.
It's fire. That's Little Wayne's rum.
You know what's better than that? Diplomatico.
Yeah.
Diplomatico is
Bumble rum is fantastic, especially mixed with ginger ale.
Try.
Yes,
okay,
that's fire.
Here's something that's very important, and Laura, please pay attention, because I know you're going to follow with this.
Oh, is she going to put it in her air fryer?
Okay, so the one over there, we'll scroll back up. The $17.99. The second one, the Jonas, not bad rum. Very, very similar to Kraken. Kraken is not bad rum, but you need a bottle of Kraken that is room temperature,
yes,
and then one that has been in the refrigerator, because the rum changes its taste. It gets better.
It does.
It's awesome. But you want to look for Diplomatico. That rum is probably the best rum you'll ever taste. If
we got any gin drinkers, this is actually a pretty good gin.
Gin?
Yeah.
Oh, Velvet Frog? Is that's what it is?
Violet Fog
or Fog.
Velvet Frog was actually Mel Torme. Velvet Fog is a totally different thing.
I mean,
Appleton rum's pretty good too. Yeah.
I've actually got on smoked old fashions lately. That is my drink to go to when I go
Smoked
to a bar.
old fashions, very interesting.
Yeah, they take the bitters, they take some whiskey, they put in a glass with a cherry, with a cocktail cherry, and then they take like a plate. They put some wood chips on it, like maple or whatever wood, light it on, and then put a cover over it. And the old fashioned has a smoky taste. It brings out the barrel of the wood, of the oak, of the whiskey. Shit's fire.
Not this. This is supposed to be fantastic, by the way, Craig. Just the plain old Diplomatico.
I know. I put it up there because I figured you're bougie.
No, I'm not. When I first started drinking Diplomatico a bunch of years back, it was $17.99 a bottle. I said, "Okay, what's this? I'll try it." I opened it up. I immediately called my friend, like, "Dude, go out right now and get this bottle. Get as many as you can."
It's fantastic.
Google my
You mean there's other rums beside Admiral Nelson?
You gotta try 1942, Craig. Google my Don Julio 1942 and put it on screen for people to.
Don Julio.
Don Julio 1942.
Don Julio.
Or Casamigos. Casamigos
Are you
is
the
pretty
boy
close.
that's all whacking off in my trailer?
Yeah.
Tool shed.
I'm done. Seriously, we need drink night. This 3 beers drink night. 3 ingredients. No, this is, let's put some rules up. 3 ingredients only for 3 beards cocktail night.
Nice.
Who's with me in that crowd over there? Mylan, Laura, Country Boy, Chris. Come on.
That's the shit right there. 1942, Don Julio. That's a go-to.
So before I used to get on stage, because I had stage fright when I was in a couple bands, I would drink a 5th of tequila that had the worm in it. And the worms are usually straight. It was good. And no salt.
3 beers, spin the bottle.
Have you had?
How are we going to get?
You drink cognac, Brian?
No,
every hump day was booze
I've
night.
never had cognac actually, so I don't know.
You're thinking right there, MAL. You were thinking right there. Every hump day is booze night.
One of my favorite drinks ever is port. Do you want to get to the port? Oh, Lord have mercy, it's great.
Taylor
Port wine from Portugal. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
Chris brought a bottle of that thinking it was going to
That
be
shit
this
is
amazing stuff.
terrible.
He's like, it's terrible. I'm like, yes,
Taylor
because you're
Port?
not supposed to
That's what you're talking
fist it and like chug it back. I go, this isn't a
Terrible.
chugging drink.
Bin 47 is out of this world, and there are vintage bottles of port or late bottle vintage that are just freaking awesome. It's just thick and syrupy. I'm like, trust me, you're gonna need some metformin by the night or insulin by the end of the night, but it's out of control.
Because did you drink it chilled, Chris?
Port? Oh,
Yes, it was terrible. Does wine go bad like that? I mean, it's still under in the liquor cabinet. I'll try that one.
this is at ABC.
Okay.
And this is a really inexpensive. It looks like a pineapple bottle rum that's out of control.
I got some really good moonshine from a place in Tennessee, and they don't sell on the like big stage. They only do it in house, and it's called Forged something. But when I go back to Tennessee, I'll bring you a bottle back. I mean, I gotta get some more of that. It's called
good.
Forged.
Well, I spent part of the C19 watching all episodes of Moonshiners to the point I started calling my youngest daughter Pickle, and she's like, "Dad, stop calling me Pickle." Yeah, girl. All right. Yeah, girl.
That one. I'm still there. Nobody can convince me that show's real in any way.
Oh, it's 100% real.
I go, those are some of the most inept cops. Not innate. Those inept cops that I've ever seen in my world. Because here, on the show, you mean to tell me you couldn't see from the season before? Now you can't just pit and like, oh, there goes Pickle. All right, follow him. Well, he's gonna take you right to the still. I'm pretty sure he's not taking a truckload of bananas out there because he's trying to feed somebody. Right. I go, this got to be the dumbest police force if they can't figure out where these guys are at.
We're making pies with that peaches there, right? Yeah, we're making a lot of peach pies.
Chris, is that moonshine made in the store, or is it made somewhere else and sold?
No, they have a distillery in the back, and they make it in the back, and they actually number their batches, like number their bottles. So they only make it there, and once they run out, they start a new batch. But they don't. I ask her, "Can I buy it in ABC? Can I buy it in Total Wine?" She says, "No, we don't. We only sell it in store." So basically, it's kind of like a caveat. When you go to Tennessee, you get it, and you can't get it nowhere else. So
Road trip.
they might sell it in a couple local stores around the area, but no. Let me see if I can grab the bottle right quick.
Yeah, road trip.
This is the one I want. I've seen the bottle. I want to try it. It's a Deadhead rum.
Oh, with the skull bottle?
Yeah, with the shrunken head. I absolutely love the bottle.
Oh, I like stuff like that too, but I love rums. I cook with rum. I make rum.
Yeah, chicken. I want to try it just to see what it's like. But yeah, it just the shrunken head just looks awesome.
Where are you getting this on like Total Wines or something like
that? Different site. Like this site is I think this one is Total Wine that this one's from. But yeah, but you can go to ABC, like down here, ABC Liquor and stuff like that. You can find there's a plug.
I bought my first order from Drizzly, I think it's called. It's called Deadhead Wine, or is it called Shrunken Head Wine?
That one's called Deadhead Rum.
So, where's Chris? Where's it located in?
Pigeon Forest, Tennessee.
Okay.
Craig, it's only $35.99.
I know. Oh. I need to pick it up. It's one of those. I don't have a limitless alcohol cabinet like apparently Chris does.
No.
I have a shelf up inside of a cat. So once I'm out of a room, I don't have a place to put these bottles. So once I finish one, then I get another one, put it in there. But it takes me bloody forever to finish a bottle. I just finished that tequila, by the way, that we got one from that you brought over to the house from.
You trade me for the bottle of moonshine that's been gone.
It's like 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago that you brought. Yeah. But
did you ride your bike all over the place, Chris?
When it was up and running, I'll go anywhere on it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at getting another one. The wife told me
it's on blocks right now.
It's on blocks right now.
the chain got loose apparently, and I can't really find anybody reliable to work on it because it's kind of older. So it's kind of been parked in my parents' garage forever. I mean, that's like my second home, so I have a lot of shit over there too. But
Agree as a side
uh,
chick.
my wife told me I could actually buy a new bike. So I think I'm
Cool, so
looking
buy
at one.
one.
I'm looking
Well,
at one for Father's Day.
Well, Craig's had to go to different sides of the neighbors' homes when Kathleen Martin was a guest.
Nice.
Yeah, he was
Yep.
about all around the neighborhood trying to get.
Yeah. What was it?
Wi-Fi.
That was the one where the Wi-Fi went out in the house. I had to go over to Matt's house, and he was gone. So I'm out on the back patio, and as the light is going down, it's getting darker and darker to where you can't even see me at that point. So I might have to post that one so people can see it again. But that
So
was a
we know
fantastic, because you just see me. It just get darker and darker. I'm just fading away into the distance, like I'm
Okay.
just going away. And then finally, I just turn around and I show everybody the Disney fireworks.
And then we used to have Austin sit outside like a homeless person with a Scully on.
Yeah, Scully on next to his barbecue and everything, sitting up there like he.
You
Yeah,
gotta-
that's why I said those were the lost episodes.
You should do
So when we
the
see-
beard classics and then throw it up as like the single episodes, like every couple of weeks.
Yeah, little
Would
clips.
y'all,
Yeah,
would y'all
that was a good
Oh my
one.
God, he drinks White Claw? Really? Really?
would y'all,
Okay.
would y'all, would
Tell
y'all
me you're
recommend?
gay without having tell me you're gay.
Would
I'm
you
joking.
recommend AA if I drink some? And this will actually burn. Would you recommend AA if I drink out the bottle? But I'm gonna drink out
No.
the cap.
No, I'm going to recommend it if you're drinking a White Claw.
Yeah. White Claw. Christ.
That should
No,
actually
it doesn't
burn.
give White Claws don't give you hair on your chest as a man. They give you a vagina.
There we go. As long as it's
Dude.
not a Bud Light.
I posted on Facebook. I posted on
Close
Facebook the
enough.
other. I posted on Facebook the other day. They would have been better off to go with White Claw. They would have been better off to try the thing that they did with Budweiser with White Claw, because like, give me a White Claw. How do you sound manly when you go to the bar and be like, "Do you have White Claw?"
Yeah,
I mean-
I'm not big on the club soda, crap.
So
The
this is
Frescas,
75.
the Frescas, Craig, were good. The
Yeah,
Frescas,
those-
How are you?
they're
Those
really-
aren't bad. Like these mixed
Yeah,
ones.
did you try the lemon, the vodka and?
Yeah,
lemon?
I like
That's
vodka.
really, really good.
Yeah, and I drink Fresca a lot, so now I actually, because I've got I've got a little bit of vodka and I've got tequila, I actually do mix those myself
Yeah,
too now because of it. It's pretty good. So
This I don't know if you
Surprisingly.
can see. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
140.
Ramona needs to
Jeez.
teach us all how to be moonshiners.
This is 140 proof. It actually burns.
here, just put the offer out there. We need to get somebody on Three Beards that will come on and live stream them making moonshine.
There you go.
I told Craig when I went to
That way, I
Tennessee,
mean, that would be some awesome thing, especially as they get busted, as the officer just kept
I
Oh,
told
we
just
gotta go to
break down the
commercial
still.
right now.
when I went to Tennessee, I actually tried to find the backwood moonshiners. I asked everybody I could think of, like even the little trolley driver that was like 70 years old. So what we do is we usually stay at Mountain Loft. So we go to Mountain Loft, and the city hall is like right across the street from Mountain Loft. So we get the little trolley ticket. You ride the trolley downtown Gatlinburg. It takes you to Pigeon Forest and everything. So the trolley driver was like 80 years old. I'm like, yo, my man, you know where I can find some underground moonshine? I'm not the police. I have a Florida ID, bro. I'm not the police. He's like, well, I knew a guy who knew a guy who. I'm like, fuck it. You knew a guy who knew a guy. That's not helping me. So I always try to find, maybe I'll get lucky and find some, but they have the strip of, you got Tennessee, you got Old Smoky, you've got a bunch of moonshiners. So what they were doing is people were like tearing up the city, coming there drinking for free because they give you like 10 shots. And people were like
Nice.
tearing up the city and shit. So they started charging you like $5. So what the homeless people do in Tennessee is when the people tear off their band because they're not going back to that moonshine place, they don't want nothing from there, they'll throw it out or they'll give it to somebody. So the homeless people will go in there and collect like all of them, and you can get a bottle for it. A bottle's like $25 of this size. It's like $25. So they'll go
Nice.
in there So they'll go in there and they'll take all the bands and get a free bottle, and then they'll go under their tree or somewhere. But I love Tennessee. Tennessee is like my favoriteest place to go. I want to go to my next place. I want to go is Kentucky because they have all the bourbon and factories and shit. I want to go to Kentucky.
Kentucky would be nice. Oh, he's writing it down right now.
Yeah, Craig's taking notes. I'm like, oh, always. I'm doing that or doodling as I'm sitting here as I'm listening to. It's like kind of keeps my ADD under control. I'm like,
wow, the governor, kill him.
Yeah.
I said, ow.
yeah. See, like there's one of my latest doodles. My alien.
And
Look
you
like a
missed him.
crackhead,
Keep writing on top. Why the fuck do I keep doing this? Why the fuck?
like a crackhead stick figure.
It's
Crackhead stick figure. Oh, this is going to be a great episode for Ron.
oh yes, you'll love it. No, it's
But if
Beep.
if any other sponsors that's listening, when we get put on ERT radio, if they want to bless us with an alcohol sponsor, we'll gladly take it. I mean, because I like to drink. Brian likes to drink. Craig might sip
Yeah.
and be drunk, but
I don't drink.
Hey.
Bumbo. You just got 2 votes for like awesome products. So
Yeah.
Ron,
3 beers, but it should be three different things. Each one, like there should be a Craig bottle, there should be a Chris bottle, there should be an
Yeah.
Austin bottle.
I'm the cognac king. I like
3 beards and a
cognac.
chin hair.
Yeah.
And then you can throw the Mark Itty special, like they're
Yeah.
doing. And then I guess if you want to give me one or whatever, That'd be
Yeah,
good.
But,
it has.
I
Yeah,
just,
3 beards and the no beard wise man.
yeah, I just have either a glass of water or moonshine.
whatever. The reason why I can't drink is because I gotta be. My wife's the one that when we go out, I'll just have one. Oh, right. Yeah. You've never just had one.
Yeah.
So
it's-
2 bottles later, and I'm like, motherfucker, I'm driving again. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. That's usually what it is.
Send mine PayPal. Or is there in there
No,
already
it's just
for
and
a
be,
bottle?
beware. I would not, Laura. If you do decide to do that, I don't know if Temu would be the best location to get the buy the still parts. I don't think I would go that. I might avoid the shop like a billionaire and get your distillery parts.
You
Probably
can
would
buy
There
it.
was an explosion in Fort Worth, Texas, the early day.
You can buy a distill, but they label it as people use distills to distill other shit. so
Water.
they
I
call it.
mean, to make distilled water.
Yeah. So basically, they have a moonshine place. They have a place in Tennessee that sells
Yeah.
stills. I thought about buying one.
The peaches just happen to accidentally fall in your water distilling.
Yeah. The mesh.
All
The
right,
mesh
we got to
that
wrap
I
this up.
Hold on, I've got to taste a little bit more. I don't think it's right.
Yeah.
Uh,
I will do it. Do it. I will. Why am I shit? That's what she says.
DIY.
All right. So, Ron, let's get it right here. ERRT Radio. That's the sponsor here for this.
That's it.
This
White Lightning
chaos.
in the moonshine.
Yeah, I just looked at the time. It's like we got to wrap this up. It's been an hour and a half. Yeah. So no, I want to thank everybody, guys. Thank you for the stars. Everybody that's been subscribers. I really appreciate that. Support, those emojis, sharing this thing out. That does amazing. Tell your friends. Bring a friend next Wednesday. Bring a friend.
Makes it
That'll
perfect.
be-
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be talking with
and
Jill
bring a
Shelley. I
guest.
think.
Jill Shelley.
Yeah, we're talking to her. She's paranormal investigator, so we'll be having on. So we'll be talking ghosties next week. So So like I said, I brought Mark because we were going to have a couple some guys from UK, and they ended up having to work tomorrow, and being on at 1 a.m. is not very conducive to having to get up early.
Yeah. I mean, and you guys have to get up early and before you guys go to bed. I know Craig likes to do a couple of mollies. So
Casting aspersions upon my character, sir.
it's
No.
a religious thing. Dominus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, or lack of. Yeah, no, but just everybody, I want thanks again. Just thanks for that. But we are rebroadcast every
Cookie.
cookies.
That's weed, apparently.
Yeah, we can't do that. We have CDLs.
No, I don't do it. I mean, I used to love it, but it gives me migraines. That was left over from when my wife's friends came over. Like, where can we buy weed? Like, what are we in high school? You know, like I don't know. Go to one.
Yeah, you just you come down here. You think I've got connections? You know, I don't know. Just go out somewhere and ask somebody. I'm sure
I
they're
tell
going
you
to
what,
get.
In high school. Go ask her. You know,
I
like,
tell
You
you,
might
I
want to
tell
stop there. You might want to stop there. People, you're going to get a random.
Who?
You, if you
Me?
start saying, "I know where you can go get," I said you might want to stop. You're going to find yourself at
no,
City
I
Hall
don't
doing
need.
a
I
random.
don't want.
I was telling Brian Belglade or Pahokee. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean,
Oh,
you know.
So rebroadcast at 11 o'clock on Wednesday, so you can listen to last week's show, you know, on this one. So but it's everybody, just really appreciate everybody coming in, sponsor everybody listening, everybody watching, all the stars.
I appreciate the including me on the Mount Rushmore banner.
Yeah, at least
You're
you don't
welcome.
look like a fat George Lucas.
That's the head I had cut out, so that's what I used. It
One
fit
photo, I
perfectly.
look like fucking George Lucas in it. Fat George Lucas. God damn it.
Hey, like I said, the rock face is slimming. Rock face took off 5 pounds. Yeah, it's no. But Mark, yeah, appreciate that. So, you know, everybody go check them out. Tuesday nights, you can listen to, you know, Nightlight where you host the show there with Barbara DeLong. And what do you have coming up?
I think I think next week I have Boone Froggett coming up. He's
Otis and
Kentucky
Headhunters.
Yeah, he was a Beardo guest a couple years ago.
Cool.
He even played live.
I know. I'm trying to remember. I think that when we had him on,
Javier was a guest host.
Yeah, I don't think he was married when he was on. Didn't he get married recently? That's a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
Just see ADD. Just all of a sudden, I just go off on a whole different tangents. But yeah, so everybody wants to get checked next week. Go support ERRT Radio by going to Mixler.com, set up that account. But just once again, check us out on social media. Thank you for all the support, everybody. Appreciate it. We will see you next week. Good night.
Yeah.